Sabotage. My word. I hope you guys can see me and join back online. I have no idea what happened, you know? Oh man. Okay, Leanne is on the line. Let's go. Oh,
Hi, I'm back. Did everyone else come back? Are they with us? Are they with us?
not happening that this is happening for the second time and I can never understand it.
You know what
It just
I think too many people are on at the same time. So you have like your peak kind of like traffic times. And I
oh,
think this I think from 4 till 6 or 7
yes,
even,
yes.
that falls into like the high traffic category. So we might get cut a couple times because I've done one at 4, and the other
Yes.
woman, shame, she was in Canada, so she had to keep redialing. It was, yeah,
Oh,
connecting.
I'm,
But
I'm screen recording it just
okay,
in case it
yes,
happens again because a lot of people will kill me. They're looking forward to hear
yes,
from you. Oh my
right,
word. Talking about your lashes, you're saying it took, I know you recently posted that you've recently mastered the art, and
yes.
so did I because
No, look at you. You look gorgeous. Did you do like a full face?
yes, and I did it myself, but I must say that having all this time has almost helped me do what I've been wanting to do.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
And yeah, no, you were encouraging me. When I saw you, I was like, listen, Leanne is like, I've got this. Let's
Let's
try
do
it
this.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I
You know,
can't.
like I really do think that this entire period, besides all the negative, it's
Mm,
also just helping us to catch up on things we've been putting off for so long.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's also going by so quickly. It's very
Yes.
important that we don't forget to actually do those things. I mean, look at, we've already gotten to day, I don't even know what day we are on, but I think it's probably heading to
I've lost
60.
count.
No, really, I think we're heading towards 60. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that you managed to master your makeup. I can now
Okay.
do my strip lash. And I think this weekend I'm gonna attempt to do box braids. I
What?
know.
My daughter did. I must say, my daughter is 14 and she was watching a YouTube video. And my other friend also thought, you know what, if your daughter can do
Right.
it, I'm not that brave yet.
No, I am. And I saw there's a great blogger that I follow, and she did kind
Okay.
of, they were like kind of chunky, so it wasn't too
Yes,
many pieces.
yes,
I
yes.
I bought my hair online last week. So
Yay!
yeah, I think this is gonna be the weekend. If I can do it on myself, then at least I can do the
On
girls,
the
you
ground.
know?
Yes. But
Yeah.
tell me, I know everyone is almost online, but
Okay,
I am
awesome.
interested. Where did it all start? I mean, we know you today, this gorgeous, intelligent, hustle queen, mother, wife, and
Right,
I know it's not easy, but
right,
where did it start and how did you navigate and know that now you're ready to start End Girl Hate and what inspired
right,
that?
right.
And then you were like, okay, let me merchandise. I- I'm,
Yeah.
I'm, I'm,
Like, how did everything happen?
yes.
So, for me, and I don't think I was never really a go-getter type person. So, you just have those personalities who are out there, who will push. You can tell, okay, this person is going to be super successful and be like that. I was happy to kind of just be in the background, support, and really go with the flow.
Yeah.
And I think I like to describe my personality as very much my singing style. I started off as a backing vocalist, and I think that is at the core of me. That still is who I am. I prefer to be the one at the back and
Yeah.
just pushing, like, let me help
I
that
believe
person
that.
get there and add.
I so believe that because
Yes,
your spirit of sisterhood and wanting to help every girl, every woman, everyone to
yeah,
shine and
yeah,
feel like you are a bigger brand, that you are, you know, you are hard to get, unapproachable.
Right.
And that, I believe that, and I so love that about you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sis. So I think that's really how it started for me. Started off as a backing vocalist straight from high school. I'm a choir girl. I'm a church girl, so that's where my heart has always been. And then I just went straight into the music industry from high school, started doing backing vocals for Loyiso Bala and Danny Kaye, and that's kind of how it started. Started working with their producer as well, Alexis Faku, and Alexis really also pushed me into the music industry. So whoever he was working with, whether it was back then Kabelo Mabalane or TKZ, that he kind of just said, I have the singer, use her, or let's do a session together. And that's really how the music industry part started for me. And when the idea came about of doing my own album, I was like, I don't know if I should do it, but let me just see. And that's where I say the go with the flow thing kind of happened, because and it's like God just pushed me into the next thing.
And you were single then, right?
Yes, I was. So funny story, and I don't know if I've ever told like Instagram live this, but my husband Sipho actually used to manage Loyiso, so that's how we met.
Okay, wow.
So Sipho was Loyiso's manager at the time, and that's how him and I met. Just also connected in an incredible ways. We connected through music and friendship, and our hearts really just never lost touch. Exactly.
So I say welcome to everyone who's just joined.
Hey guys.
So my husband's name is also Sipho. So if you find a Sipho out there, girls, you know you found a good thing.
Listen, there's something special about them, okay? I'm not gonna lie, there is something special about them. The music industry just happened naturally. I recorded 3 albums over a very long space of time. I wasn't in any rush to get the albums out, so I had very big pauses in between. But also after my first album, Sipho and I got married. We moved to Dubai. He was then transferred to go and work for a big concert management company in Dubai. So that's what happened then. That's when I kind of put my music on pause for a bit.
Okay.
We were in Dubai, spent a bit of time in LA, and then I found out I was pregnant, obviously with our first child. And I don't know, I love my family too much, so I wanted to be at home with my family. I wanted to experience having my first child with my mom and dad close by. I really feel for people who immigrate and then have kids overseas and they're all alone with no help. So we came right back to Africa because that's where our hearts were as well. After Zani was born, I then recorded another album, which was what is it? It was Simply Lovely. That was The Journey. So The Journey. And then so it was Simply Lovely, The Journey, and Warrior. And between The Journey and Warrior, something kind of shifted. And I think that really comes with maturity. Once you've experienced...
Motherhood changes you though, right?
Motherhood changes you. And that's when things needed to be for
different.
Different. It needed to be for more than just me. I now had a daughter that was watching my every move.
A gorgeous daughter at that, eh?
Thank you. Thank you. She's very much.
Because your girls
I missed that. I missed that. I didn't hear you.
I was saying your girls are too cute. What personality is that? Whose personality is that?
So Zani is very much me when I was little. Like,
okay.
I out to the shops earlier and I walked in. She's using my big ring light at the like front door, and she's busy recording a dance for her YouTube channel. And that was very much me. My mom used to say I was always dancing and singing and performing and out there. So her personality is very much me. Zaya she is her own person.
Zaya is bossy a bit.
Oh my word, she is feisty. She is headstrong. Yes, I love that about her, and I love that the girls are so different. And so it's just having to manage both of them differently and see their strengths in each and every way. You know what I mean? Zaya's very much a leader, so I try not to withdraw her from that strength, because that is what's going to push her through. We need girls who can stand up for themselves. Hey,
more and more and more. Yes,
exactly. And so just between the 2 albums and then having a baby, being married, sometimes when you tick all the boxes, something switches in you. I was married, I had a child, had an album, and at that time, I had already won a Metro FM award, Best R&B, for my first album, and then the other 2 SAMAs came for the second album. So, and I felt like, what can I do? You know, God, I need for my life to have more of a purpose. I want to leave a legacy for not only my child, but for other women. And I've always had a heart and a passion for women. And that's when I decided to just simply start End Girl Hate. And sis, the thing about when God kind of drives you, you just need to go with the flow. Don't overthink it. Do exactly what you're doing right now. Just let God lead, and everything else will fall into place. And that's pretty much what I did. I said, God, use me. Let me speak to women. Let me never lose who I am. Just use me for something bigger than just me, even if it's just for one person. And that's when I just started posting inspirational messages and hashtagging End Girl Hate. And that's basically just how End Girl Hate was born, just using the platform, because I had already had a bit of a following from music already. So I just took those people on and said, listen, we are about to just change the world and bring sisterhood back. Just love on one another.
Start a serious movement.
Right. Yeah.
I'll tell you, those are, so you do your thing because you understand what your purpose is, or what God has put in your spirit. But you will be surprised at the impact. I mean, I've watched you. I'm so about girls and women and that's good. But I mean, I'm forever inspired by what you do and how you do it seamlessly. Like you don't feel like it's a job. It's out of, it's pure, it's authentic.
It can't be like, and I think that's what you need to do when you do, especially stuff where other people are involved. You need to let go of yourself, because now it's not about you. You see the bigger picture and you get the vision. And that's what happened when I started End Girl Hates. I saw that this was bigger than me. Like, sisters needed that encouragement. They needed that push. And still up until today, 5 years later, with a presence in Botswana, I'm looking for a new ambassador in Canada. So if anyone's watching and listening, if you know someone to help in Canada, please do. But it really just is about sisterhood and spreading that message, and whatever is meant to happen next will happen. And I'm just handing it all over to God.
I love that, because you know how often we want to. So before I started the live chats, I think I had it in the spirit, but I kept thinking, oh, who will I talk to? Will people want to talk to me? And that's self-doubt. But you know, God's purpose is bigger than what we could ever imagine.
Absolutely.
Because all of a sudden, the people I asked said yes without a doubt. My
Yeah.
family, you must know, when I started the first live chat, I had never done a live before.
Right.
But my
Right.
kids were here helping, putting speakers, and my
Right.
friends and the support of even people that I don't even know was just so immense. And it goes to show that the movement needs us to hold hands.
No,
So you
really.
can't be alone. We need to keep saying we are here for each other. How can I help you? How
Absolutely.
can we will make this thing bigger than it is, and a legacy. I like what you said.
Absolutely. And I always say, like, I see some of the sisterhood girls are joining because they're following. Hey everyone, hi girls. We need to help each other and push each other up. And I like using the example of, if a man gets a promotion at work and he gets into the boardroom, he is pulling other men and fighting for them to get in, because he needs them. He needs his comrades around him. But with us women, when another woman gets a promotion, she gets into the boardroom, we're trying to push her out. And we don't want anyone else in that boardroom with us. We want to be the only female. And I always say that when you get to the top, for me, it's so much better and so much sweeter when I have another girl up there with me. Like,
I mean, who
you're
are you
not
going to
alone.
share the lesson with if you don't have your sisters?
Exactly. Absolutely. Exactly.
And then you found yourself then juggling motherhood, being a hustle queen, being a wife. How do you navigate the different roles that are required of you? Because they each require different Leanne, rather.
They do require different Leannes, but I think sometimes we try to separate the roles, but in order for them to actually work well, they need to be intertwined somehow. So Leanne, mom, when I'm at home with my girls, I can connect with them, still cook and do what I do, and make sure that work also fits into that. So if you try and separate everything too much, then I think it becomes like work. But because I made everything just flow, End Girl Hate was right here in my space. I work from home, the girls get it, and I just made everything kind of interlinked, so it's one big family. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes I think if you separate it too much, then it starts to really feel like work. But End Girl Hate and Leanne the wife and me the mom, everything lives here. It's home for me. And the people that I end up working with, my team, where I need to connect with them on that level and have that sense of trust, and we're family and we're all intertwined. So that's how I've managed, I think, to make it work to this point.
Is that how you also choose the brands you associate with, in that they need to speak to that value system? You mustn't feel like you're forcing that.
Absolutely. Like, I look at whoever it is that wants to work with me or that I'd like to work with, and if the synergy and the vibe between us is there, then I definitely make it work. So and I've made mistakes in the past where I've worked with brands who don't really gel with me, but I picked up on that quite quickly and I said, okay, I'm not doing that again. So it's just it's got to make sense for who I am at my core at the end of the day.
All right, I'm not gonna hoard you because people are gonna be like, we also want to say something. So I see Laurie, and I'm bad at pronunciations. Please help me, Leanne, if you can. But have you
gone back to the top, or where are you now?
Oh, let me go to the top. Actually, you're right. I went too fast. Let's see. Slowly does it. Okay. Where do I go? I'm trying to go.
You can just work your way down.
Yes.
Well, girl, you have some nice followers on here. Like, watching us today. I see DJ Zintle joined at some point as well. So
Yes, I saw Nandi also was here.
yes, Nandi, I saw Nandi.
All my sisters that I also love dearly. So
Amazing.
my safe space is saying, gosh, raising a leader is such an interesting dynamic. At times it can test you. I think that's the conversation we're having about your
Yes.
daughter.
Yes,
I think
absolutely. It's very testing, and I think there's a very thin line between breaking their spirit
yeah.
and really just grooming them into the leader. So yeah, parents just kind of really try to find the balance
Yeah.
with
And I
the
think
kids.
times are different as well. I mean, I remember I always laugh about it here that when I was young, I was always talkative, and my mom will always be like, can we have some peace and quiet now?
Right, right. But
Because
now you want your child to be that talkative person. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so absolutely. All right, and then I have, let's see, Boyd 78 is saying, oh, how I adore these ladies. Good move, my friend. Ah, love you.
Adore you. We adore you, boys. We adore you. And I wanted to just say to all the women on our chat today, I've started a new thing called Business Spotlight, which I do under LDH, Life Designed by Her. Yes. So
Wow.
please, if you have any business that you would like to push and just have me spread the news, please email me. I would love to do that, because so many women don't have the advantage of having that platform and many followers. And I am willing to do it for you. I just believe in relationship and helping one another grow, because that's how God really takes care of you. And sis, I can tell you now that I am, like I've said, I'm busier and making more money than I was this time last year. And I just believe that's because I was just faithful. I stayed true to who I was, and God will favor. It will all come back. So let's do what we can. Let's do what we can to support one another. Like, let me push your talks. Let me push it for you, because you never know who you might meet. And God sees me do that, and then he'll bless me in that way. So let's not try and keep things for ourselves, because we could be stopping and blocking a bigger blessing in the end.
Our own blessings, eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you, Fundi. I love you.
Simulo is saying, I love you, lady. We love you too.
We love you, Noxie.
Oh, Leanne is laughing. I'm sure we're being cray-cray.
I love you. I love you. Your personality, I love it.
You know, thank you so much for saying wow, Flo, that's really great advice. Which is a tough one, because we get so hard on ourselves as working moms and as wives, and you're like, ooh, you know, you're always like in panic mode, that you feel guilty everywhere you are. Being a parent, you feel guilty about your hustle. When you are hustling, you feel guilty about your family. It just, you know, so you're right.
Listen, ladies, mom guilt and wife guilt is cancelled. No one can hold us accountable for anything right now. Even people so I work out because I think mentally I use it as my therapy and it helps. But girls, look after yourselves as best you can, but don't be worried about your body and looking a certain way, trying to lose weight. We have so much that we're just trying to navigate each and every single day. And I said in one of the talks that I did a couple weeks ago as well, I read an article that Sheryl Sandberg wrote for, I think it was Fortune magazine. And she said that coronavirus is going to destroy women the most, not just in our homes, but in the workplace too. So if you are a working mom trying to still do that, make sure that your kids get their schoolwork done, trying to be a good wife, I think we need to start communicating with the people around us because that is how we're going to get through. I have moments where I feel like overwhelmed, and I'm like, oh, how am I going to do all of this? And then I realize there are women who are stuck to their computers, like they don't even have the freedom that I have. So ladies, let's start communicating with our partners, saying, this is too much, please help me. Single moms, single dads, listen, I feel for you guys. When I spoke to a psychologist a couple of weeks ago, she said the single parents need to tag team with themselves. So the way I would kind of say to Sipho, please, can you just handle the girls for like 30 minutes while I take a bath or a shower? I just need time alone. That is what you need to do with yourself. Actually, consciously tap out. If that means putting the child in front of the TV for an hour, letting the child use the iPad for our own sanity, because we're not going to get through this if we don't make sure that we're okay physically and mentally. Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you have that freedom to speak to your boss or anyone in the workplace, I think you need to, and in Cheryl's article, she was actually saying that employers need to be very careful with their female employees because they are handling so much at home. Don't put too much pressure on them and expect them to be on their A game all the time. So speak to your bosses, ladies. Tell them when it becomes too much, that's when we need to speak out.
You'll be surprised because, you know, often people don't speak up because they're scared, and probably your boss will just say, yeah, I understand, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Speak up, communicate, let's talk.
Yes, and you, I mean, you keep touching on sisterhood. Like if you're a single parent and you have other friends, call on your sisters, you know, call on them and ask for help, because if you don't ask, you'll never know.
Absolutely. If you don't ask, if you don't tell, if you don't speak up, you'll always wonder or suffer in silence. So communicate, girls.
Absolutely. So Boyd78 is saying, oh yes, I like that. The different roles have to be intertwined so you don't end up losing yourself with the juggle. Yeah. Happy mom, happy home.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nika Ba SA is saying, hello ladies. Hello there.
Hi. Hello.
Oh. Would you choose, Leanne?
Wait, I missed the question.
Heels or sneakers? I say both.
You know what? At the end of the day, I think I'm going to choose sneakers. Sadly, I do love my heels very much, but I love my sneakers. For me, comfort, girl. Oh no, like we can't be juggling, running around, hustling, doing too many things, and then still being uncomfortable. So definitely.
And you know that other than heels, there are also Spanx. So there are a lot of tight things.
Listen, but I'm becoming a fan of shapewear the older I'm getting.
Me too.
I am loving it, and I've tried so many. I don't know if
I saw your other review that you did. Yes.
Listen, Kim Kardashian is onto something. She has found the secret ingredient. If you guys can ever order Skims, wow.
I think the magic is that they must still be sexy, right?
Yes, absolutely. And her shapewear is comfortable too. So it's sexy, it's comfortable, but I think she knows what she wants to enhance and how a woman's body needs to look. Yes. And they mastered that. They mastered it with Skims. So yeah.
I saw the review. Life of Exon says you are amazing, Leanne. Isn't she just amazing? I can talk to you for like ever.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thank you.
Our co-owner is a brilliant woman. That's Nika's essay. We love that there are women in that space. Avu, who is like My permanent cheerleader is here.
Yes.
She's saying, that's incredible, Leanne.
Aw.
Lots of love from the princely prince.
Okay, hey.
Saying, Leanne, you are so amazing.
Oh,
You must
thank
pinch
you.
yourself. You are amazing.
Thank you, sis. And I'm that's something that I'm learning to do, because we always want to just be
Brush it off.
humble.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you need to be your biggest cheerleader and realize that
Yeah.
God made you in such an
The way
incredible
you
way.
are.
You are dope. Stop downplaying yourself. And when you do that, people actually see, and that's how they end up treating you. So you need to treat yourself with the highest esteem, because then people see that you start radiating how you
Yes.
feel about yourself,
Yeah.
and that's how people start treating you. So yeah,
Yes. My
no more
mom,
playing small, and no
small.
more
Yes.
downplaying ourselves, because we do
Yes.
that as women. We do that.
Yes. Yes. And it's not necessary, honestly.
No,
It's killing.
no, no.
Yeah.
So
My
feel
mom used to
yourself,
say,
feel yourself. And I said that
"Yep,
in a talk. I say
ladies,
it all the time,
do
actually.
that."
Yes, I say it all the time. Like us women, we say that, and we all know you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
But when we see a full cup, so we see another woman who is killing it, she's radiating, she's thriving,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
walking around, she just has that thing about her, and you can tell that
Yeah.
she knows she's dope, you know.
Yeah.
And then when we see that woman, we're like, oh, she's full of herself.
Yes,
But
she is. Yeah.
but do you know how much work it takes to get to that point? And that's where we need to be, ladies. We need to be full of ourselves so that we can give to others. So when you
Yeah.
see a woman who is like that, and people look at it in a negative way and say, oh no, she's full of herself, we need to flip that now. When you are full of yourself, it is a
Absolutely.
compliment. Because we're
Yes.
always like, oh, downplaying ourselves, feeling sorry,
Yes.
timid. Listen, you need to be that woman, radiate all of that love, you know.
Absolutely. There's no one like you. So you are anointed to be here and to be who
Absolutely.
you are, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I often say, you know, you can imagine if God was a person and God gives you this diamond and you hold it in your hands and
Yeah.
you're like, but it's, you know, it's not good enough, and you hide it.
Right. Oh,
You know, that must break his heart so
it
much
must.
that you do not understand the power within.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let that diamond shine.
Sign.
Yes, let that diamond shine. Why would you want to cover it with something when you have so much
So
power
much.
in you? Yeah.
Absolutely. My mom used to also say, serve yourself with a tray. So if you're making yourself food or coffee, don't just take what I've done today.
Right.
I've just put the cup. And my mom would be like, no.
Sis, you don't want to know. Like, today I have not had anything to eat, because I just kind of, when I get going, you just keep going.
Go. Yeah.
Look at me. This is all I've had today. And I thought, okay, I'll do it while I'm putting on my lashes before my talk. And so now I've just had like a piece of a sandwich. But we do that. We like kind of take care of ourselves.
Yeah. No, it's not
So
right.
I love what your mom said. I love what she said.
We need to take out our nice trays and serve ourselves.
Absolutely. Like, because now, what I think this entire period as well is teaching me is that there is no special occasion. Like, what are we waiting for? What else are you waiting for?
Absolutely.
So dress up with your friends. Pick a day and you guys have a virtual dress up day. Just, do your makeup. Like, run yourself a bath. Last night, I ran myself a nice bath, bubbles, brought all the candles I could find in my house. Just treat yourself. We're already so stressed and have so much to worry about. Let's just enjoy the simple things and what we can now.
And you know, the biggest thing that a lot of, I mean, we spoke about women suffering the most. A lot of people are struggling with mental health, you know.
Yes.
And you know, I mean, the other day I did a post about the impact of COVID on women-owned businesses, and you would think the lash lady, the nail tech, the hair salon.
Yeah.
They are struggling to put food on the table.
They are.
And therefore mentally they can't be fine. They can't be
No.
well.
No.
With a lot, kids are home, they're hungry,
Yes.
your work is piling up, and yet they can't work. So those
Absolutely.
little indulgences, if you can, that bath, it's so soothing. You know, that
It
phone
really
call,
is.
these live chats, you know, those small things, they do help.
Absolutely. They
Yeah.
do. It helps get us through just
Yes,
the day. Yeah.
that's another day. We are going to run out of time. I'm going to go through the comments quickly because, you know, Instagram, when it hits, I think it gives you an hour, it just cuts you off.
Listen, I didn't know about that until I did a talk with my friend Jabu from the Good Company. And
Yes.
she was like, listen, you're going to get cut. And I'm singing my heart out, like literally singing. She's like, it's going to cut us. And then it did. I didn't know that it actually cut after an hour. So now I know.
It has no manners.
I know, so rude. So rude.
So official Boyd is saying we need to be each other's backbones. And I see all the love. Boyd is saying, oh my word, goosebumps, favor, grace. God is of us, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nico is saying inspirational ladies. Lydia is saying, as a single mom, it's been hectic and drained, and am drained at times when they visit, and I'm thinking I will rest, but boom, it's catching up with the chores and all. I feel you, my sister.
Yeah, so that's why I said, Sis Lydia, make sure that you tag team with yourself, because that's the only way you're going to get through. Like, if right now all the rules are almost out the window, and if you need that hour or 30 minutes, let your kids play, let them watch a movie, let them play a game, be on the iPad, just
and
to get you through.
Tomorrow, there's no rush.
Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just take care of you and make sure that you get through with it. And as women, we're also such perfectionists. We want to make sure that everything is in order. My house is clean. My kids are educated. I'm running my business. My husband still loves me, or my man, my woman, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? And it's like right now, let's just survive this. Let's just survive this.
All need to survive. Sneaker by SA is happy that you choosing the sneakers.
Yes.
My safe space is saying I was a heels girl, but now sneakers for sure. Sexiness comes first always on those shapewear. I agree.
Yes.
Hey ladies, you guys are beautiful. Thank you, Akila. You will forgive me if I didn't spell it properly.
Akila, if it's, let me see, where is she? If it's the Akila I know. Oh, yes, that was actually Zaya's nursery school teacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, thank you, Akila. Heidi's sending us love.
Hey, Heidi.
And Lizzle Swartz is saying, Lee, your authenticity is what elevates you, girl. Absolutely.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we mimic it, you know. So I always say it's not enough for us to just look at what you do. We also need to embody and mimic what you do. And extend. As you've extended to me, I need to extend my hand to someone else.
Absolutely. And you know, the thing with just being real, and that's for me, I think what I always try to be is as authentic as possible, because I know and I believe that people can see when you are playing a role, when this is not true to who you are. So make sure that you are as authentic as you possibly can be, ladies, in everything that you do, and practice what you post. So this is me practicing what I post. I can't post about sisterhood and supporting you, and then I'm like, who is this emailing me, this funny person? Like, who is she? She's not, do you know what I mean? So you really need to practice what you're posting. Yeah.
I think we also are able to instill the same values with our kids who are growing up in the social media world,
Yes.
that they think, you are bigger than everyone, your brand is bigger, and therefore you like,
Mm, no, you can't. You can't be
would
like
have
that.
failed. Would have failed. Nicole is saying, well said. Leanne Jurel saying, preach, sis Leanne.
Yes.
And self-esteem for us ladies, absolutely. To
Mhm.
listen, love. Miss E is saying, you ladies are beautiful. We love you.
You
Thank
are
you.
beautiful, Miss E.
Miss Tunes is saying, so true. Leanne Durrell saying, yes, girl. I see, Leanne, you are like, getting people excited.
I know. Yay! That's so good. So, so good.
Wow, ladies, this is amazing conversation. You are reminding us to just treat ourselves better. Absolutely. Oh,
Hmm.
okay, we at the
That's what it's about. Just be
yeah,
gentle with yourself, do the
yeah.
best you can, and if we will get through this. We will get through this.
One day at a time. And I know a lot of people were feeling pressure that you must come out with a skill. You don't have to do anything.
Please don't. Please don't. And
You,
I reposted a quote that had all of that. This is the time you need to come out with a degree, a new skill, start your business, write that business plan. And it's okay if you do absolutely nothing. Not everyone has the privilege and advantage of turning a pandemic into a
an
success.
inspiration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Some of us are just trying to survive this.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember, I think for the first 2 to 3 weeks of the lockdown, I was like out of it. I couldn't believe that this was actually happening. So I wasn't as active on social media as
Yeah.
as I am right now. And sometimes you just need to go with the flow. For some, this is just a time to
Take it
sit
in.
back,
Take it
reconnect,
in.
reset,
Yeah,
readjust, and
yeah.
realign. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. So we are going to run out of time. I am going to ask you, what should we look forward to on End Girl Hate? How can we hold hands? What can you suggest we do? And maybe there's someone out there who also wants to start their own movement.
Right.
I believe there are never too many of us doing the same thing.
Never, never.
A lot of people will say, why are you doing a live? So and so is doing it. So and so. It's okay. We need.
It's absolutely. We need to have as many women do as much as they can, because not
Yeah.
everyone follows everyone. My
Yes.
community and my network
Yes.
is not the same as yours, and we're
Yes.
trying to link them. So
Yes.
do whatever it is that you are passionate about, that
Yes.
you are good at, like talking to people, getting information. You make women feel comfortable. So run with that, sis. Do what you can. Reach out to whoever it is that you need to reach out to. We need that inspiration from women. So you're doing an incredible job. But to
Yes.
anyone
Thank
who
you
also
so
wants
much.
to start an organization, start a business, and I say always, stop overthinking it. As
Yeah.
women, we overthink things too much. This needs to be perfect. I need to have that first before I start. There is no better time than right now. This is the youngest you're going to be and the oldest you're going to be today. So if you want to start that organization, find a
Yeah.
name, just
Yes.
start with simple posts. Find
Yes.
like-minded women as well, whether
Yes.
it's in business. If it's a business, you want to start an organization, find those brands that you gel with and you link with and learn from them. Let's learn from one another. Let's connect. Let's try and connect the dots. We're
Yeah.
not in this world on our own. You know,
Yes. Yes.
we need one another to get by. And that's what I would say. Just find like-minded women, reach out
Yeah.
to whoever you can, and just go for it. Don't hold back. And I say, if God gives you the vision, he will make provision. So don't think about how I'm gonna
Absolutely.
do this. Like when I
Yes.
started End Girl Hate, hoodies and t-shirts was not even on my mind. Like, it kind of just happened. I was like, okay, we need to keep the movement going. It's an NGO. People need help. God, how do we do this? I like t-shirts. I'm like, let's put the name on a t-shirt. And it grew into a brand of its own. And now we have everything. So sometimes just look at the things around you. Look at what it is that you like and that you love, and just use that. Don't even think like it needs to be this big grand, grand idea. And you know what? If it's t-shirts and hoodies, it's winter right now. I'm giving someone my idea. Start your hoodie range and get tracksuit matching tracksuit bottoms. Matching sets are in right now. We're at home. Women need to look cute. Write that cute quote on there. Sell it as a set. Get your message out there. Build your brand. You know, just do it, girls. Don't overthink it.
Honestly, be like Nike and just do it.
Yes, just do it. Just do it.
My sister, I can't thank you enough. You are a big inspiration on me, and I think on a lot of young women and even older women. That I pray God's blessings upon you and your family. That your humble soul is just protected, because much as you putting yourself out there, you don't get all of that coming back at you. Sometimes you can nasty people and hate, but I pray just that protection over you and your family and your girls. Must tell you in closing that I'm so envious, because I have 2 boys and 1 girl, and I always said I wanted to have either girls or boys. And you
now it's like it didn't quite work out that way. Oh, sis, I'm sorry. But listen, your life is exactly the way it's meant to be.
Amen.
And you will see that the children God gave you are there for a purpose. You know, it might not have happened the way we wanted it to happen, but later your sons will be...
They'll bring me daughters-in-law.
Yes. Running something, your daughter will be your right-hand woman. Do you know what I mean? God always just... everything.
God's purpose is bigger.
Absolutely. Everything just falls into place.
I am now in panic mode. I don't want this to cut us.
I know. So save it. I love you. Thank you so much, Fundi. This was so beautiful. Thank you. You really...
My heart is full.
My heart is full. Thank you for just sending me that DM and reaching out. This was so beautiful. God really has something special on your life. He's going to use you to touch so many women through conversation. So don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep inspiring. You're going to reach out to people and they're going to turn you down, but the right ones...
Other days I want to cry.
Don't, just keep pushing. If you need to have me on twice in a month to make up for that time, but keep pushing, because we're going to come out of this lockdown and someone is watching and they're saying this woman needs to have her own talk show. So keep going.
From your mouth to God's ears, and I receive it.
Receive it. You're doing such an incredible job. We're now following you. We'll be watching your talks. Keep going, sis. You're amazing. You're such a natural.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. We love you,
guys. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.